Blessings, Empress Vibrant here. Hey everyone, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. Welcome to your February reading. This is a first look. Let's see what's going on. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And for your personal readings, all your information will be in the description box below. So hit me up. I have some time slots, so come and see me. With any further ado, let's kick it off. So, first and foremost, happy birthday to the Aquariuses. Hi Aquarius, happy birthday. I hope you are all enjoying your season. Enjoy it. There's lots of beautiful energy going on. So, and everyone else, hey. So I'm just going to get an overall energy. Collective. One straight away. There's two that's popped out. So it looks like the overall energy that we are moving through February and moving forward is enlightenment. So, enlightenment. Let's see if I can get the glare off. There we go, enlightenment. So, things are becoming illuminated to us. We are being able to see things that we didn't see before. Seeing things in a new way. I think quite a few people are going to be quite shocked at how well you're handling things now. Possibly for some of you, you used to be popping off at the smallest of things. But with this renewed energy and this newfound sense of self, you're enlightened about what really matters. And you're really about protecting your energy and protecting your peace. So you're learning more, becoming so much more knowledgeable, and your wisdom is up there. So I'm really liking that. That enlightenment is what we are working towards. What is like the main focus around this time as well, because a lot of people are creating, there's collaborations happening, a lot of healing that's taking place, and some real intentional manifestations. So I can see why enlightenment is something that is being pushed as something that we must focus on within this time where we are hibernating and creating. This is time of cultivation. So take your time to do what is necessary, what you're called to do. So if that's shadow work, take your time to do that, because you'll be enlightened in what path to move down, what themes to start off with, what triggers you want to address, and just take it one step at a time. It's not something that you have to rush into, but definitely, we've all got triggers that we need to kind of work on, so that they don't continue to be a bugbear way down in life. So I'm really happy to see that enlightenment's there. And we also have the truth. So some of us are going to be enlightened, about some type of truth. So the enlightenment comes from some type of truth that is revealed, something that we find out about ourselves. And I think that's a part of this wisdom and this journey. I think when you get to find out, peel away at the layers and really get down to the cold heart truths about what we really want and who we really are, then and only then do we really step into our purpose, very intentionally. So for some, this enlightenment is one that gives you the energy and the motivation to move forward in a positive way. And for some of you, this truth and this enlightenment, to find out, it's like a cold heart truth, that one that's quite hard to digest. However, with a bit of time, a little bit of TLC, you get through that like you've been getting through all the other bumps in the road. So we have overall enlightenment and truth. Okay, so Let's have a look, see what's going on for the collective. And I didn't say it beforehand, but please take the messages as they resonate. Leave what doesn't resonate, and take what, take and apply what goes to you. But don't force right nothing, and don't try to make it apply to you if it doesn't. These are very general, and there are so many people and so many energies that is being read. So let's have a look at what the current situation is for February. What is going on now? Moving into the February season. Aquarius energy. So, okay. So we've got two. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. So that is our independence, stability, organization, our wish fulfillment. This is having our ish together. So it looks like there is an element around everyone or those who I'm talking to really being focused on wealth right now, being focused on how best to make their pentacles, how best to make that coin. And for some of you, this is really stepping out into your greatness. You're being enlightened to what your gifts truly are, what your purpose is. And I feel like once you get to understand or work out how you can take what you've been given, your God-given talents, and turn them into something that could be lucrative, like this Nine of Pentacles energy, then you're on to a winner. And I also feel like there are some type of truth about an organization or how somebody runs something. It almost feels like a truth about how a company uses money or spends money. I think something underhanded here. And I think it's sort of like, so this is how you guys have been doing this, or this is how you've been able to pay for the Christmas parties, or, whatever it is, the drinks of a Friday evening, with the team, where that money's coming from. So I think that also gives you some type of incentive to get your own ish together, to become independent, to become self-sufficient, and use your talents in order to do so. Okay, and we also have the Nine of Cups, so there is that wish fulfillment going on here. Nine of Cups speaks of wish fulfillment. It talks of coming together, family, love, abundance. There's an overpouring of emotions and love and celebrations, and that wish fulfillment, the things that you put your energy into, it becoming fruitful. We have two nines here, so we know that there is a coming to the end of a cycle, and stepping into that next level. It's the upgrade, the enlightenment, the next level. I really like that energy, actually. So let's have a look at, so being the case, some independence, and so it's that independence, wish fulfillment. For some of you, you're wanting to do this stepping out on your own. This is your individual projects. These are things, almost feels yeah, for some of you, this is like a one-man show that you're working on. And possibly you can hear for some people saying, I'm a one-man band. You know, you got them people that's got like the drum on the back and they do the bang thing, and then they got the cymbals and something underneath the arms and something on the legs, and you just like, oh, like this one person's creating all of this on their own. But yeah, anyway, so what is crossing this? So as two cards have come out, what is crossing the Nine of Pentacles is the Six of Pentacles. So I feel like now that you're into this stage where you feel like, right, okay, I've got this stability, I've got this money, I've made myself, I've made it to a point where I feel I can live a little bit more luxurious, I can spend more, I can do more things that make me happy and feel free. There is also this energy of, giving. So there's charitable giving. So this is, what charities you can support. This could be possibly people coming to ask you for your support financially, because now they're seeing that this Nine of Pentacles energy is on and popping, or is going to be so real soon. For some of you, that means some people will be sticking around because they see that, your things are about to blow up. So there's possibly people asking for that. And for some of you, this is a privilege to be able to support those around you. And for some of you, this is like, so you're here for what I can do. And remember, there's enlightenment going on. So you are going to be constantly learning new things. There are going to be truths about people, places, and things that are going to surprise you. And for some of you, it's just going to be like I knew it type of energy. So you just go with the flow. For those who are wanting to give charitably, you're going to use your powers of discernment. You're going to know who is in genuine need and who are the charlatans, those appearing or wanting to appear like they're in worse states than they are. And there's a few of those things. I think a few of those charlatans, a few of those sort of con artists and things like that, they will be revealed. Truths will be set about them. And the Nine of Cups, that wish fulfillment energy, the family, the coming together, the celebrations, the fruitfulness, that energy of togetherness, things going in the right direction, a lot of love flowing, a lot of energy, a lot of sharing. What's crossing it is the Six of Cups. So where there is this energy where it's like, there's so much to be thankful for, and there's so much blessings going on, and there's so much great stuff. What's crossing it though is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups talks about nostalgia. It talks about our past. It talks about this journey from being a young child into an adult. So it talks about that journey, nostalgia, what happened in the past, what are the things that have come up within this time through, possibly over the Christmas. There possibly could have been some truths revealed, and you were enlightened to how things really go, in the underbelly of what's going on in your family. Possibly as well, I'm hearing, just some shadow work going on around your past, around your childhood, healing your inner child, allowing that child to have a say and have some energy around some justice to be heard, things of that nature. So let's have a look and see what is the root of the situation here. It almost feels, for some of you, it's like where this shadow work is going on, it's sort of like so many things are being revealed to you about what still is left to get done. And then there's another thing where it's like, wow, you're able to take stock and be like, I've actually come a really long way, you know, and be able to see the truth, which is there is always growth, even when you don't see it as such. There's always something going on in the background. There's always an ancestor. There's always spirit guides. There's always the Most High. You know, and your cheerleaders really, really supporting you throughout your journey. You know, doing things in the background for you, tinkering away, tying loose ends. You know, mapping out things for you. So just know that you are on the right track, even though it may just be like, oh, why are these feelings and emotions stirring up now? Give yourself some time and allow yourself to actually work through your triggers. You know, journal, really take time. Maybe you write some letters, they don't get sent, they burn, or whatever happens. But there is definitely something around releasing, you know, releasing the old, so that you can fully embrace this Nine of Cups energy, this wish fulfillment, and where you're able to really celebrate your triumphs, celebrate the fact that what used to grind your gears don't grind your gears no more. When I used to kick off, or you know, my temper was really short. Now, you know, you're able to manage yourself so much more better. And this is where you can give yourself a pat on the back and be like, you know, celebrate, you know. So what's at the root of it? So the root of it, okay, so we have Knight of Cups. So we know the Knights are, you know, working towards something. Knights tend to, especially the Knight of Cups, it's sort of an energy, it almost feels like it's not as rushing in as the wands or even the swords, but it has a sort of energy of all excitement, readiness. And I think at the root of everything is that you are feeling this way, you are feeling this excitement and readiness to proceed. But there's certain things that you need. You know, you're not at that stage where you feel completely 100%. You're not at the king energy where we know exactly what we're going to do, why we want to do it, and how it will affect us and everyone around us. It's mainly this energy of, I feel ready, you know, I'm hopeful, I'm going to put my best foot forward, I'm going to have a look and see. So I feel like there are still some things that you need to iron out first. And where I was saying there's a lot of emotions with the cups, you have the Nine of Cups and you have the Six of Cups here. And then obviously like there's some truths and enlightenment. So there's definitely things, affairs of the heart, that is at the root of it. So there is some work going on around a relationship that possibly didn't get the chance to mature past a certain level, and it's because of the lack of information or the lack of knowledge, lack of experience, you know. And this is why we're talking about the wisdom that happens when you go, you know, the wisdom that you get, the enlightenment that you get through continuing to grow and develop. So let's have a look and see what is going on now. We have the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands speaks of fast communication, travel. It talks about things being clear, things being spoken about. So at this time, it seems like there's a lot of communication and it's fast communication. It's like that, you know, snap, 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 snap kind of energy, where everyone is jumping in, chiming in on the conversation. This could be a conversation that's happening in a group setting. Or it could be, for some of you, it almost feels like you're having the same conversation over and over again with different people. It's like you're saying, do you know, I just was having that conversation with such and such, or oh my gosh, I just was thinking that, and I just had this, you know, someone mentioned that to me, and it got me thinking about, and then it sparked up some kind of communication, some type of conversation, this reasoning. And this is where this energy of creating and cultivating a space where we're able to really look at what we can do independently, you know, and look at how we can pull our resources together. to get things done, because you know this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is someone who is definitely comfortable. You know, they have their ducks in a row. They're working at a steady pace. This is someone who works smart, not hard. This is someone who knows how to distribute, and they're on their way. Obviously, they're not 100% there as yet, but they know the trajectory that they're on, and they know what they're working towards. And this is the energy, you know. So for the present energy to be the Eight of Wands, we're talking about travel, we're talking about movement, you know, we're talking about fast communication, things happening, manifestations like that. So the words that you utter out of your mouth are going to become so much more quick to be manifested. So ensure that you're speaking words of love and light, and speaking life over the things that you want, because we know that things are moving quite quickly in this time as well. So I'm glad that at the moment people are explaining and expressing themselves, and there's emotion. So I feel like there's a lot of communication, a lot of conversations around the triggers. Possibly you're having, you know, one-to-ones with, you know, therapists, or you're having heart-to-hearts with your significant other or your friends and your family, and you're actually allowing yourself to be ministered to in some aspects. And for some of you, it's about just being able to hold space, and for someone to hold space for you in that time as well. So be open to that, you know, and listen quite keenly, because there are going to be, you know, key things that people are going to say that's going to trigger ideas, trigger collaborations. So be open to communicate, and don't keep all your cards close to your chest. Obviously, use your discernment. Now that you're so much more enlightened, you should be able to use your powers of discernment to understand when to express yourself fully, or when to tell people your ideas and stuff like that, and who to. When it's the time to just work in silence and then emerge with this amazing, you know, amazing idea or amazing whatever it is, you know, and you're able to step into this truth and be like, yeah, you know, I didn't want this, you know, I wasn't comfortable at the time to speak, you know, and actually get to a stage where you feel comfortable now. So I'm glad that there's communicating going on, and it's fast communication, and it's lucrative, and it's not dormant. It's not something that, you know, I feel like even if one person in the scenario is somebody who is not necessarily somebody who works quickly or sticks to stuff, there is one person who is constantly got that fire that motivates the other one. But like I said again, you are more enlightened now, so you use your powers of discernment so much more. And obviously you've got the Six of Cups energy, so you are looking into how things went in the past, how things worked out, what works, what didn't work, you know. So there's that. So let's have a look. Let's have a look and see what's coming up in the future. What is happening in the near future? What's going on for February? So February looks like it's the Emperor. So it looks like what's coming up moving forward from February, March, and moving onwards, it's like stepping into your power. The Emperor is very, very comfortable with his position, very comfortable about what the role is, making sure things are ordered, things are being done in the right way, everybody is playing their position. This is also about structure, following the rules. If there's a system in place, let's follow the system of success. Don't keep deviating and stepping off of where you need to be at. This is somebody who's very diligent. They want to get things done, and they have a very clear and focused vision of how things will be executed. So I'm glad that we're moving from a state where, you know, we're thinking about our money, we're thinking about our fulfillment, we're talking about financial and spiritual and emotional stability, yeah. And then we're moving on to this energy where, you know, we're crossed by things of, you know, how best to share, how best can I divide my spoils, the things that I have. The Six of Cups, this energy of the past, really, really happy that there is so much beautiful things going on and much to celebrate, but also in the time that there's a lot of triggering, there's a lot of healing that's going on at this particular time. And we're really looking at it from a sense of, okay, so what's going on? We know that it's, this offer that's happening, there's love here ultimately, but there is something that's missing. And I think that's something that's missing is what is being enlightened to you, and it's the truth that's been revealed that's kind of caused some discontentment. But then we also have this Eight of Wands, so there's communication about it. We're not just holding it to our chest. We're not just, taking things as it is. We are wanting to move things to the next level. So I'm really happy with the focus and the drive, because once the goal is set, then the focus is applied, and then the outcome is achieved. So I'm really happy to see that moving forward we are bossing up, leveling up, because it's high time to do that. And the Emperor energy is really good, because we're talking about that fire sign energy. It's Aries energy. So it could be any of the fire signs, but that kind of energy is that fast, let's get it done kind of vibe, and even with the wands again, just that action energy, getting things done. Let's take what this energy of this communication to turn it into something physical. So I'm really, really happy with that. And then we have, what is the power? What is your power in this situation? What is working for you? What is your strength? What's your power in this situation for this month? Let's have a look. See. So we have two cards. So your power and the strength is what you can use to propel you throughout this month and moving forward. We have the Three of Pentacles. So this is about your partnerships, making sure that you're happy with who you're working with, why you're doing what you're doing, that you're doing it for the right reasons, you're working with the right team, and you're able to express yourself fully and wholly. So I'm really happy that it's about you ensuring that you're doing things for the right reasons, so that you are fully stepping into your truth, that you're living your truth, and that you're able to speak up and be clear about what you want, your intentions, what you can assist with, what you require from others, what you can give, so that everybody's clear about their roles, everybody's clear about what is expected of them, what they should expect in return, and just that camaraderie, because this is definitely a time of collaboration. It's definitely a time of partnerships and community, family, really that kind of energy. So ensure that you're doing things for the right reasons, and collaborate and ensure that, because that's your strength. Your strength is working as part of a team and being your individual self a part of that team. So for some of you, the truth is that the more you show up as you and not try to fit an aesthetic or fit a certain mold, that rather you use the themes that has been asked for, but with your own flavor, because we all got our own flavor. We all have our own little spice to put in the soup for flavorings. So with that knowledge of understanding, that enlightenment, that actually who I am is enough, and what I have to offer is worth it and worthy. And you can stand up and feel comfortable that there's power in being comfortable and confident in yourself and putting yourself first ultimately, and ensuring that you're actually happy about what you're doing and that you're doing it for the right reasons, and that you're not just getting blown around in the wind. And then we have the King of Swords. So your power is in your focus again, your clear, concise, your clear, concise energy, you understanding what it is that you want to do, being very clear about that, your intentions and actually executing it very, very well, not leaving any quarter. It's like, I'm going to get this done 100%. You're speaking the truth, of being very, very, very clear, about what it is that you want and what it is that you're willing to do. And the kings work. They know how to delegate. They know how to be team players, and they're mature. So they've gone through lots of different scenarios to get to this stage. So there's power in your experience. There's power in your confidence to speak your truth, to be bold, to put your ideas across, to yeah, yeah, definitely put your ideas across, and to be confident that you're doing what you're doing for the right reasons. So your strengths lie in putting yourself first and ensuring that you're doing things for you that is going to be beneficial for you in the long run, and also for everybody involved, So let's have a look at what are the possible issues or okay, so we've got the Three of Wands. So the possible issues or anything, or possible challenges, I would say, is literally just waiting. I feel like when we see the Three of Wands and we know that this is about waiting for our ships to come in, we've made this decision where, we're going to do something. We've made a decision to do something. And now we're waiting to see what's going to happen now that we're going to do it. Or now that we've done this particular thing, and now that we've taken this action, what's it going to look like? This kind of nervous excitement, what's it going to look like? What's coming? And what the energy is, in the meantime, don't just sit down and wait. Is there anything else that you could be doing to move yourself further along? Is there anything that you can do to get you into a position where you are definitely, being clear and concise and focused, that you're working a part of this team, that you're working at the right place, you're with the same right amount of people. It feels like almost like not waiting, because I feel like the negative thing would be just waiting for something to happen instead of taking action, and if you feel like one thing, you've got to wait for something, then you get on with something else, because I'm sure there's more than one element to your dream that you can be working on. And this is not to confuse your brain or give yourself too much, because again, like we said, we're enlightened now. We're working towards that stage where we're listening to our intuition and we're understanding when it's time to relax and when it's time to get things done. So it's about that fine balance and remembering this Emperor energy, and this Emperor energy being that we are moving towards a very structured and focused way of doing things. So it's not all over the place. This is not a little here and there and, maybe today, but maybe not tomorrow type of thing. It's scheduled and it's structured how we're going to do things. So I'm really happy to see that, because it just means that we're moving in a more structured way. It's not just sort of blowing in the wind. It's not just going totally 100% with the flow, which is great. Not to say you shouldn't go with the flow, but it's always lovely to have somewhat of a blueprint, or have your intentions set so you know where you're headed, even if you don't know what route you're going to take and things like that. So it's, there's a few fine-tuning things there. So we have, let's have a look at what the hopes and fears are. What are the hopes and fears? Okay. Okay, so we have the Six of Swords. And we know the Six of Swords talks about escaping, wanting to escape a situation. I feel like the hope is that you understand when it's time for you to get off this particular boat, when it's time for you to stop riding this particular train, when it no longer is fun, when it's no longer serving you, when it's no longer making you smile, the partnerships, there is disconnect, and even through communication, even through being dedicated and organized and on point, and clear and concise, and bringing your, the right type of intention to the situation, that things just not working. And when you look at those things, you are able to find discernment. Is this place really for me? And with all of those questions that you can sit down and ask yourself, you will be enlightened. You would get the truth. You will get the truth when you ask those questions. It's that time of quietness. And I think that's it. I think the hope is to know when it's time to give up the ghost, let it go. Try something new. The hope that you would embrace the way you feel. Because remember, this is a lot of emotions here as well as in the water. We know that swords represent the mind. So there's going to be a lot of conflict in the mind. Should I stay? Should I go? I need to pay my bills. And that's a toss up between needing to pay your bills or your mental health and your well-being. You best to want to choose your mental health and well-being, because money will come, and that's where the hope and the faith comes in. So the hope is that you understand and see what is best for you to keep plowing into, and when it's time to retreat and escape a situation that is making you feel like you're drowning, rather than floating and thriving within the situation. And I think the fear is being trapped in one thing. I've sort of said I want to do this and I want to do that, and I don't want to look like I'm not serious. I don't want to come across like somebody who is, they jump from thing to thing. They're not settled. They're not, and I feel like there is a nerves around feeling trapped. So I feel like any kind of escapism is feeling like, I don't want to be stuck here for 20 years in this one job and not see what I could possibly be able to do. I don't want to be here in the same space next year. I want to be able to be stretched. I want to see what more I can do. So it looks like February is going to be a time of a lot of introspection. There's going to be a lot of action taking, and businesses and projects and partnerships, especially those that, are directly linked to supporting the communities. Yeah, things are moving. So we have the outcome, and we have 3 cards that have come up for the outcome. So moving through this scenario, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So we know that when we are true to ourselves, when we step into our focus and our purpose, that we are able to plant seeds that grow, that are fertile, that are fruitful. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we're talking about abundance. This is boundless. This is like endless abundance here. And this is what happens when you are clear, when you have the confidence, when you're able to step out on faith, step into your purpose, and literally be a good team player. Have those conversations. If you've got a part of a team and you can see somebody's struggling, have that communication. Set up a training session. Set up some kind of, icebreakers, warmers, whatever it is that you can get everybody integrated and gelled within the team. Because like I said, we had this 3 of Pentacles, so we want to make sure that whoever we're working with and what we're doing, we feel comfortable there, and that we are an asset to the team and not a liability. So for us to keep our coin in check and to ensure that we are constantly growing our finances, our abundance, to break our generational curses and to actually build some generational wealth, we want to be clear about what it is that we want, so that we're able to cultivate that. We behave in such a way, we show up in such a way, so that it's a way of life. We also have the Empress. So the outcome is being able to fully experience because the Empress is about, the Empress is somebody who has gone through everything, you know. Within this deck has been the Page, you know, been that sort of Knight energy, been the Queen, been the, you know, that energy where you've gone through so many things from naught to, do you get what I mean? She's gone from 1 to 10 throughout all of these different suits and these different things, and have built so much wisdom, you know, for this nature here, you know, being responsible, that nurturing energy. With all that knowledge comes that inner standing. There's a softness, there is a tenderness to wisdom, you know, and this is what's happening. You're going to fully make some good money, number one. Number two, you're going to move from a place of complete comfortability. You're going to nurture yourself, and you're going to nurture the situation. Look at what this is. You're birthing something amazing. So, and the back of all of this background work that's going on, because all of this is background work. For some of you, this is just communication that's happened. This is just talks. Hasn't even got to a stage where paperwork has been involved. So once everything is sort of mapped out, you've got the right people around you, the ideas there, the supporters are there, the investors are there, whatever it is, the outcome is birthing something amazing that the world needs to see. You know, the world needs to see the world, and that the world would embrace. So be open to that. And then lastly, 7 of Wands. So possibly with everything that's going on, with the lucrative business or project, and the fact that we are birthing something amazing that is going to be fruitful. We know that sometimes we're going to have our haters, or we're going to have those who are going to fight against us or cause us some type of conflict, make us have to stand firm in our own convictions and our minds, because we've got the 7 of Wands, and the 7 of Wands speaks of standing firm. It talks about standing up for yourself, not not allowing people to take you off of your square. This is about defending your position, protecting your peace, keeping yourself in your positive bubble while everything else is going on in the background. So keep your peace, even if you have people coming at you, not understanding your vision, raining on your parade, you know, poo-pooing your ideas, you know, just sort of saying, oh, I don't think it's going to be, you know, of any good use, or why would anyone want that? All of that sort of stuff could possibly come up, but you've got to remember that all of this is for your growth. You are building wisdom. You are building your confidence to step into yourself, speak your truth, be clear, set your intentions, be very determined, structured, focused, you know, work with the right type of people, be a good team player, be your individual self, show up, give yourself the chance to thrive. So yeah, there might be some opposition, but that gives you the opportunity to show how much you really want it, or how much you really believe in yourself, or that you deserve what it is that you deserve, or how much you believe in your brand or your service or whatever it is. Yeah. So in closing, let's just get some advice. And although this is for February, this is timeless, so whenever you get it is whenever you get it. So regarding this spread, let me get, yeah, here we go. I feel like there's one more. Yeah. So the angels are saying, when it comes to your projects and it comes to working with who you need, working with the right type of people, knowing when it's best to approach for investments, or broach a conversation, look for a sign. Look for a sign. Ask for signs. Ask for things to be made really clear to you. Talk to your spirit guides. They're here and they always like to be spoken to, interacted with. You know, if you ask them for signs to be shown to you, they'll show you. You just need to be able to look out for them. So look for signs. This builds your discernment, and this is where your enlightenment and your understanding grows. Yeah. So look for signs, pay attention. Okay. Your health is improving. This is a thing that you need to start looking into. Improving your health while you are working on your dreams. So whether that's your project, your business, your career, household, make sure that your health is involved in your routine daily, so that you know that you're not just looking out for this bag that you're going to have, but your health is suffering. Because if your health isn't being looked after, then you may not be able to enjoy it for very long. So look after yourself, drink lots of water, and get in the habit of drinking teas, herbals, you know, getting the right type of bush teas that help for certain things, you know, reducing inflammation, breaking down mucus buildup and things like that. Yeah. And then we have romance. So there is definitely love to be had and to be shared. So when you have the opportunity to connect with that significant other or somebody brand new, it also feels like a brand new energy, give it a chance. You know, make sure that you speak clearly, you know, you set your intentions, you know, and you go in wanting to be a good team player, a good partner, a good ally, you know. And then lastly, it's up to you. It's up to you how you move forward. It's up to you if you decide to take the advice, if you decide to work hard or to work smartly, to, you know, to do this journey unassisted or consciously, you know, unconsciously assisted, or consciously and intentionally grateful for the assistance and the support. You know, it's definitely up to you how you move forward, and it's up to you to set the pace for your life, for your dreams. So yeah, that has been your reading. I hope it was beneficial. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment, and hit that notification bell so that you are up to the time with the videos as they drop. And yeah, all information for your personal readings are in the description box below. And we'll see you soon. Check out my shorts as well. And check out my Instagram and my TikTok. I'm getting a little bit more social. So I'll be making videos. So yeah, hit me up. And I'll see you again soon. Take care. Blessings.